Hi here, Finn's here. I'm back for another video, and today I'm going to be talking about Eurovision 2020, the semi-final draw. Yes, yesterday in Rotterdam, the Netherlands, the semi-final allocation draw for the 2020 Eurovision Song Contest took place. Decide out of the 35 countries that are competing in the semi-finals, which semi-final they were competing in, and which half of their semi-final they were competing in. And I watched it all yesterday. I was very excited about it, and it was a very interesting draw for both the semi-finals, and I have got them all the countries of where they were drawn yesterday on a piece of paper. See, I care. So let's go through them and see which countries are looking good and which countries are not worried about. So let's start off with semi-final one, and it's interesting. 17 countries are competing in this first semi-final for 10 spots in the grand final. And in the first half we have North Macedonia, Belarus, Lithuania, Sweden, Slovenia, Australia, Ireland and Russia. And then in the second half of semi-final one is Norway, Cyprus, Croatia, Azerbaijan, Malta, last year's host country, Israel, Ukraine, welcome back Ukraine, Romania, and the Netherlands' good old neighbour, Belgium. And I should also point out, voting in the semi-final one from the automatic qualifiers are Italy, Germany, and the host country, the Netherlands. So yes, a lot of people are saying this is the strongest semi-final out of the two. Sure, there's one less country competing in the semi-final, but if you look at it, you know, you have a lot of certain qualifiers. If we're going past history over the years, you have Sweden, Australia, Ukraine, and then you've got Russia, Azerbaijan, Cyprus in recent years. Norway rarely missed the final, only 3 times. Israel, they won in 2018. Romania, if you take away those last 2 years. You know, Belgium, who knows what Hooverphonic's going to send. North Macedonia, they won the jury vote last year, and they did. So, and, Malta, if they send Destiny. It is a strong semi-finals. You've got big powerhouses in this semi-final. However, you've got to remind, we don't know any of these songs that these countries are going to be sending. This could be the weakest semi-final, as we know. And like in 2018, we thought semi-final 2 were going to be the stronger, and semi-final 1 was going to be the weaker. And in the other way around, it was the other way around, and semi-final 1 was the strongest ever semi-final. However, last year, you know, we did predict that semi-final 1 was the weaker and semi-final 2 was stronger. We did get that right, so you'd never know. But this is a tough one, especially the second half. What was very interesting about last year in that second semi-final, you know, you had those last 6 songs that were performing, and we all thought, oh, there's going to be one that's going to be missed out, you know. It could be North Macedonia, could it be Albania, could it even be Norway, and in the end, all 6 of them qualified, which I think was actually a first to have all the last 6 songs qualify in a row. I don't think that's ever happened before. So yeah, I could see a scenario where that might happen because you've got so many good countries. You could see a scenario only 3 out of the first half and 7 out of the other half could make it. It's very interesting. Like, they put 8 countries on the first half and 9 in the second half. Usually they put more countries performing in the first half than the second half if it was an odd even number. So it's interesting they did that this year. Yeah, there are so many big powers. You know, I kind of worry. But tiny little island, you know. Oh, it's going to be hard because they do not have the UK voting, which they do get a lot of their only televote points from Sarah last year was from the UK. So, at least looking at the bright side, you know, they won't get the number 2 spot again this year. I don't think the producers would be that mean. And they have got Lithuania, although no, Ireland gives more points to Lithuania than Lithuania gives Ireland. And they might get some points from Australia and maybe Malta. But yeah, but you never know. If Ireland sends the Roo or Una Healy or Janet Devlin, you know, it could still all change. We haven't heard anything about the song or the artist, so you never know. And this is why we have music experts to stand in that don't do block voting, and you know, so you never know. It's very interesting, you know. Also, Cyprus, they don't have Greece voting in the semi-final first time in 2015, I believe. However, Sandro Nicholas is their representative this year. Is actually, I think he lives in Germany, or he was on The Voice of Germany a few years ago, and Germany is voting in the semi-final, which will help him out. He loses Greece, but gains Germany. Belgium is looking good with Hooverphonic. They're in the second half, and also they've got the Netherlands and Germany, which will help them out. The three Balkan countries, you have North Macedonia, Slovenia and Croatia, they might exchange points. Also got Sweden and Norway, the two Scandinavian countries will give points with each other, and Australia might get some points from Sweden as well, maybe Ireland. Malta's not in a too... Malta's been in worse semi-finals. This is not that... I don't think Malta is in a bad semi-final. They've got second half again. And they've got Italy voting, you know. They have Cyprus. They might get some points from Israel if they're lucky. And fingers crossed. I really hope Destiny wins X Factor Malta. Oh, you only wish she wins it. She is the bookies' favourite, so fingers crossed if she comes with a good song. And I know Malta struggles with the televote in recent years, so you never know. And she did win with the jury and the televote in Junior, so we have to wait and see. But yeah, very interesting that Armenia and Azerbaijan, first time also since 2015, they're not in the same semi-final, which could be good for them. But Russia and Ukraine are in the same semi-final. Ooh, I'm not sure. Well, the juries will give 0 to each, but the televote might exchange points. I'm quite worried about Romania because, you know, they don't have Moldova voting in the semi-final. And, you know, they didn't make it with the Humans. They didn't make it with Esther last year. And I really thought Esther was going to be a certain lock to the final, but just people didn't get her. People didn't click with her and connect with her. So, you just never know. We don't have any songs. But let's move quickly on to semi-final 2 now. The countries competing in semi-final 2 are, in the first half we have Austria, Moldova, Poland, San Marino, Serbia, Iceland, the Czech Republic, Greece and Estonia. And in the second half we have Denmark, welcome back, Bulgaria, the return of Bulgaria of course, Switzerland, Finland, Armenia, Latvia, Georgia, Portugal and Albania. We're not swearing for that. And I also point out, also voting in the semi-final from the automatic qualifiers are France, the United Kingdom and Spain. That's Blas Cantul. So yeah, this is looking like so far the weakest semi-final. But again, we only have one song out, so it's really hard to judge it this year. But yeah, you have countries that sometimes struggle, you know, like San Marino, you know, Moldova didn't make it last year, you know, Latvia, Georgia, and Portugal. I know they won with Salvador Savali, but track record in the 2010s weren't that strong. So even Armenia struggled in the last couple of years. So it does feel like an open field. I'm really positive about Portugal. They've got Spain voting in the semi, and they also got France, which will give them points. And if they send that Rebellion song to Eurovision, that really could give them a really good result. And I have listened to the songs from Festival di Calanga. The other 2 parts of that will be coming on my channel very shortly, of me reacting to them. Who else? Albania, Bulgaria, and Serbia are the 3 Balkan countries voting in this. Well, yeah. So they might exchange points. I'm feeling quite positive about Finland, actually. They're in the second half, which is good. And they've got Iceland, we'll vote for them. Estonia as well will give some points. And Denmark as well, I feel will help them out as well. So, oh, Finland. I feel worried for San Marino. They don't have Italy voting in the semi-final, and they are in the first half. I'm kind of worried. Yeah, again, I don't know who the artist is. It could be Valentina Monetta again for a 5th time. You never know, or I don't know, or Anita, or somebody Italian, or actually somebody maybe from San Marino for once. But yeah, this is looking like an open field. I mean, Latvia has got, Estonia is another Baltic country. Finland might give them points. Latvia, they are not sending Carousel again this year. I have listened to their songs, and there might be a spot for them if they send Samantha Dean or somebody like that Tidy Might song. So there could be a spot for them. Moldova doesn't have Romania, might hurt them out a little bit. Poland will have the UK voting, so they could get 12 points. The UK televote could 12 points could go to Poland. Greece, who knows? They don't have Cyprus, and also their artist, I've forgotten her name, but if the rumours are true, Alina, who was in Junior Eurovision for the Netherlands in 2016 with Hugs and Kisses, that song. She's half Dutch and half Greek, I believe. But unfortunately, not only hasn't she got not Cyprus, but she hasn't even got the Netherlands voting in the semi-final. So that's a little bit worrying. But Greece, they're got a good track record, and I know hopefully they'll get a good song. And you never know. But yeah, I think that's it really about. Armenia is also looking quite good. They're in the second half. They also have France voting in the semi-final. I know Armenians have. I think they've got a big diaspora in France, I believe. And they don't have Azerbaijan, which actually might help them out. At least they won't get 0 from one country. Although it's very interesting, in the televote last year, Armenia, in the jury, they both, Azerbaijan and Armenia, gave 0 to each, but when you look at the results from last year in the second semi-final, Armenia put Azerbaijan 11th. They were so close to give Azerbaijan 1 point last year, so that's very interesting. But yeah, it's open. We don't know. We only know one song yet, and that's from Albania, and they're going through a middle of a revamp, so you never know. And by the way, I did my own predictions about who was actually going to perform in the semi-final. I think I got most of them wrong. I think I only got 5 right, and I thought 18 would perform in the first and 17 would perform in the second, but obviously I was wrong with that. But anyway, that's all I have to say about the allocation semi-final draws. Now we just need some songs, and Spain will be releasing their song on Thursday. Blas Cantos Universal will be released on Thursday. Looking forward to that. I'll hopefully do a reaction about that if I've got time. I might be working, who knows. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, that's all I have to say about the allocation draws. What do you think? Is your country in a good position in the semi-finals this year? Are you worried for San Marino or Ireland, or is there still faith? Keep your comments down below, and like this video and subscribe to my channel. I will be back for more content very soon. Until then, goodbye people, goodbye!